real estate contract, you may be wondering, what are the pros and cons of buying a piece of property on a real estate contract? And I'm sure there are several, and I probably won't be able to think of all of them, but one of the main things is you don't have to qualify for a loan. I am in the process of qualifying for some loans, and nowadays it's extremely difficult. Interest rates are low, but qualifying for a conventional loan is extremely difficult. They require 2 to 3 years tax returns, they require pay stubs, they require you to explain how much money you have in your bank accounts, where it came from, and it's just very, very onerous. So I would always, actually as an investor in property, I look for properties that I can buy on a real estate contract simply to avoid that problem. Sometimes you might be paying a little higher interest rate, which could be a con of buying on a real estate contract, but the advantages of not having to pay discount points, not having to get an appraisal, not having to provide all the documentation that you have to provide to get a conventional loan, those things, in my mind, make buying on a real estate contract very advantageous. If you're an investor, another reason to buy on a contract would be that the real estate contract typically does not show up on your credit report. Now that can be a good and a bad thing. The good thing is it doesn't show up on your credit report, so therefore it doesn't affect your credit rating in a negative way because you have so much debt. You bought several properties. There's no limit on the number of properties you can buy on real estate contracts, where in many cases there is a limit on the number of mortgages you can have. So that's a clear advantage for an investor on buying on a real estate contract. Another advantage for buying on a real estate contract, along with the credit idea, is it doesn't get, generally it doesn't get reported. It'll depend on the escrow agent you use, and you need to ask them. But it's a pro and a con. It doesn't get reported to the credit bureau, doesn't affect your FICO score, but also it doesn't get reported to the credit bureau. It doesn't improve your FICO score if you pay on time. So there are probably several other pros and cons of real estate contracts. Talk to your real estate agent that you're working with, get their opinion, watch some other videos that we have on this website, and make an informed decision about if you want to buy on a real estate contract.